Okay, hello everybody, let's play some more Wicked Willow. Last time, we saw like some interesting plot twists that I didn't expect. We also kinda got on a different route than I expected, but that's fine, we can do that and then we can hopefully do the other one too that I wanted. But yeah, as expected, this game has like really like varied branches. They are like all different, so it was a good idea to replay this. So let's see. Let's play. Okay. So last time, we found like probably Lydia's route. Probably, like I'm not like entirely sure, but it seems so. And like the world hasn't ended so far at least, so let's see. So like we are here talking about something bad she has done, but we are not like sure about the details, so let's see.
Eventually my powers awakened in self-defense, just like yours did, Willow.
Okay, well that seems like deadly based on what we saw Willow do.
How the hell did you know that about me?
I'm getting there, Willow.
Okay.
Get to it faster!
You just like kissed her a while ago, so don't be like that angry.
After ORW learned I had powers, suddenly I wasn't for torturing. I was for training. I was given a picture of you. Told you were going to awaken. Be a threat.
How do they know?
I was told to eliminate you, Willow.
Okay, that's deep stuff.
The Axeman, the bank robbery, those were my doing.
Those were you're doing, okay. Okay, didn't expect that. Yeah. Hello, thank you for watching. This game is fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. And the plot twists, they keep coming, so it's incredible.
I certainly don't expect you to forgive me, Willow.
Well, at least, like, Willow isn't dead. So there's that at least.
Good, because I won't. Because there's nothing to forgive.
Well, I guess, like, you're still alive and kicking after all.
What?
I'm as perplexed as you.
So you were a member of some evil cult. Well, I'm a wicked witch. Match made in heaven, right?
That's one way to think about it, I guess.
But Willow, You're ignoring the fact that I tried to have you killed.
Like the bank robbery, because like neither of the routes like lead to Willow dying, so it's kinda like a bad attempt, but maybe like that's her character, like she doesn't like really want to do it or something.
I prefer to focus on the fact that you failed.
Yep.
Score, Willow 1, Lydia 0.
Not that the bank robbery did anything either. Like the Axeman, well, it awakened Willow, I guess, so there's that.
You're the least humble, most magnanimous person I've ever met. Thank you, Willow. But whatever your views are, I know I have to atone for what I've done, or what I tried to do anyway.
Huh?
Just convince ORW not to start any wars, and we're good.
Yeah, that would be nice. Like, I do remember, like, distantly, like, the last time I did the playthrough, like, there was some, like world end shenanigans going.
But ORW doesn't want to destroy the world. They have so much power and control. Why would they?
I think they did want, if I don't remember wrong.
The status quo's perfect for them.
If you admit to being their agent, why should we trust anything you say?
Well, she seems like cooperative and also like, well, it could be worse, like the world could be ending.
Well, why should I trust anything you say?
Like you said yourself that you know that Willow is a witch.
She's got a crystal ball or something.
But I guess like we don't know about her. I think like you get her out if you basically choose to do magic every time. At least feels like that.
A crystal ball? Can I see it?
Of course not. I used no such thing.
Then, on what basis are you...
Yeah, like what does he like actually do? Maybe that's like her route where you see it. Like I don't think she has done much, like she said to Willow to do like anti-capitalistic things, but that's like not super magical.
Is there no end to your questions?
You're mine, like I have questions.
Are there no answers to my questions?
Probably not.
Whoa there! Irresistible force meets immovable object time, huh? Come on, Tanya. Lydia was brave enough to reveal her secret. Are you too scared to tell us yours?
The reason why I know so much Willow is because this isn't the first time all of this has happened.
Oh yeah, there was that thing too.
You have the ability to reset the timeline back to just before your powers awaken.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
I do? Since when?
You also have the ability to just load a save file if you don't want to play from the beginning. I'm assuming there is no difference.
Since it is hard to measure from your perspective, but on my end, this is far from the first time we have had such a conversation.
Well, like the second one on my timeline, I guess, but the last time was a while ago.
This is blowing my mind.
So, this is why ORW wanted me to keep an eye on her.
But I do like I like when games do this thing that they like have lore explanation for like loading games and stuff. Like it is like impressive.
And it is how I knew you were working for ORW. Willow told me so in another timeline.
I don't remember, like I think I remember kinda like them mentioning it, but I don't remember the details.
Yeah, about that.
Like she probably doesn't remember either.
Why didn't you warn me from the start?
Oh, I tried, Willow, many times. And that does not go well for you.
Oh, that's Willow, I guess.
Well, then why didn't you tell me to befriend her or something?
Oh, like talking about meta like it would be spoilers, I guess. Like I didn't think you could like actually befriend her. So that was a nice surprise. I was trying to do something like completely different but ended up here.
You're acting lovey-dovey today, but don't you remember how much you used to hate her yesterday, Willow?
Well, that's the enemies to lovers trope, I guess. Well, I hope my internet is doing okay.
If I had told you to befriend Lydia then, what would you have said to me?
Well, probably that there is no way.
If you told me the fate of the world was on the line, I would have at least pretended to be nice to her.
I did tell you once in another timeline. You are a woman of many talents, Willow, but acting is not one of them.
Meaning,
Meaning that you're like, I don't know, is impulsive the right word? Like the... Oh. Something like that, I guess. I guess like... Well, yelling the F word a lot is kinda on the impulsive territory, but maybe it's not like the right word.
Lydia here saw right through your deception, leading to another battle, which you lost.
Like maybe you could call it like passionate or something.
so much for my perfect score against you, Lydia. Just how powerful are you?
Powerful enough to end the world.
I've hardly got any power, really.
Really?
Don't be modest. If you kicked my ass, you must have something special up your sleeve.
Hardly. It's not easy to explain, but my hand to God, I've got nearly nothing, Willow.
So, Tanya, you knew I'd bring Lydia with me today?
Wonder like how does it work? Like does like every witch has the same like power level, or do they like all have different skills? If they have all different skills, it would explain why like she hasn't done like anything. Though like she has this like impossible room at least, so that's something. But doesn't win a war or something.
Not exactly. More like it was one of several contingencies I knew might occur, based on trend lines.
Trend lines?
But now that Willow and I are on, friendly terms, perhaps we have a chance to change things?
I'm kinda worried like what will happen when I try the branch where you're not on friendly terms, but let's see.
You called it a good omen, right?
Women's like hearts can be fickle.
I won't be. I won't let ORW or anyone else harm Willow. Willow, I vow to protect you as long as my heart still beats.
That's a good thing.
Lydia, you really mean it? After one night, you...
It's been longer for me than one night, Willow.
So has this happened like on some other timeline?
This is the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Or maybe it just means that she wanted to do this, but the religion thing was a little troublesome.
No, it isn't. Not even close.
What are you...
Never mind. It's not my place.
Is she like jealous?
Take good care of my Willow, Lydia.
Maybe she is.
I'll try my best.
Damn, that was a heavy chat.
Yeah, a little, I guess.
But at least we don't have to worry about the world ending, right?
Right?
The war's not the only danger you face, Willow. ORW may still try to eliminate you. I'm not their only agent.
How many agents do they have? I know they control that bank.
Not just that bank. All banks. All churches. All police.
Okay. Yeah, that's a few agents.
Wait, just how many people are involved?
Everyone, Willow.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Am I involved too?
Everyone?
One Right Way isn't just a company that's just taken things to their most extreme, but it's so much more than that. One Right Way is a state of mind.
Sure, I don't really get it.
One right way to think, to worship, to run a business. One right way to love.
Oh, that I kinda get it. Like it is a thing in real world in a way. Them trying to do that.
Willow, when you feel that insufferable smugness about being a vegan, well,
Do you need to be like smug about it? Like just like earlier today, I went to like a barbecue basically. And like, oh, I just ate a vegan barbecue and there was nothing special about it. But well, I guess it's fine to be smug too, why not?
you're just preaching the one right way to eat.
Yeah, that's like something I like to think too. Like you should like preach it really. Like if somebody doesn't want to be a vegan, then well, that's fine, no problem. And like if you can like preach people like you should be vegan, then they can preach you like you shouldn't. So it's fair enough. Like, so I don't like to preach, I guess.
People aren't interested in understanding and accepting our differences. They only want to get to the judging, the condemning, and the torturing.
Hopefully that's not like entirely true.
In case you haven't noticed, we're all wicked, Willow.
Yeah, I guess like that's part of the religion too, right? Like everybody is like cursed or something.
You're not.
I'm the worst of them all.
The fact that you're aware of your mistakes shows you're head and shoulders above the rest.
Willow, you never cease to...
Hey, Lydia! Watch out!
Watch out what? I've seen this in a different game.
Willow. Willow! Can you hear me?
Oh,
Lydia? Yeah, I can,
rip, I guess.
but I can't seem to talk. Or move.
I know you can't. I'm just talking to myself more than anything. But I just couldn't stay away. Feel that, Willow?
Feel what?
Feel what?
I was poking your nose.
Okay, well, that's one way to do something, I guess. Not like, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be in the mood of poking somebody's nose in this situation, but sure.
I knew that tickled you from that time when... I guess if you couldn't feel that, you really are out of it, huh?
Fuck. If that's true, this has gotta be serious.
Yeah, like, I guess she's in a hospital or something. Based on the bleep bleep sound.
I prayed for you. I know you don't believe in it. I mean, I'm not even sure I do anymore. But I couldn't not pray, if that makes any sense. I couldn't just sit in that waiting room and do nothing.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, I guess.
You don't know how many times I said, I'll pray for you at the end of some dumb argument with someone like you. But Willow, I never actually did it. Aside from my family and myself, you're the only other person I've actually prayed for.
Well, let's hope it helps. But I don't know.
I hope that doesn't annoy you, Willow.
It doesn't, Lydia.
I vowed to protect you. I couldn't even keep you safe 5 minutes.
Like, I'm not sure what happened there. Like, I guess, like, it is the usual Trackcon incident.
In case you were wondering, it wasn't an attack by ORW. It was just a drunk driver, Willow. Your family seems to have bad luck with those, huh?
Yeah, it seems so.
I told you that I tried to kill you. You forgave me. Well, you didn't forgive me. You said there's nothing. You know what you said. And on that same day, you sacrificed yourself to save my life.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened.
I don't deserve to have someone like you in my life. But I don't think I can do without you. Please get better. Hey, Willow. It's me again.
Like, it sure is like a sudden, like, turn of events. Like, I'm not sure, like, what to think about it, really. Like, but it is, like, very sudden. Like, in a way, well, I don't know. I don't know what to really think.
You know, they didn't initially let me in here to see you. I had to pretend I was your sister. They looked at me funny on that one, so I said we had 2 different daddies. That made them look even funnier. The conversation caught the attention of another man in the waiting room. He explained the situation to me once the others had left. He was waiting to see his partner. And they wouldn't let him see him either. Even though they've been together for 25 years. Longer than my parents have been married.
Yeah, I guess, like, yeah. That's the well, like, one of the problems of not having, like, gay marriage and stuff. And, like, no recognition for it. Like, there's just, like, yeah, there's just no way to, like, be able to even see each other in this kind of situation. It's unfortunate.
And the man is dying.
Yeah.
He's dying, and he doesn't even get to see his... You probably already knew all about this, didn't you, Willow? You already knew how cold and cruel this world was. That's why you're so cynical, right?
More like the car accident thing might have added to that, I guess.
You're the only good thing about this planet.
Surely not.
Please wake up.
I'm trying, Lydia.
The nerves have been disconnected.
What does that mean? What are her chances of recovery?
Well, she's breathing on her own now, but...
But what?
But what?
A normal person with this level of neurological trauma is lucky to be alive at all. There's no chance she could regain consciousness.
Well, depends on, like, what counts as consciousness. But maybe, like, it is, like, hard to measure. I would imagine you can, like, it's some kind of thingies, but maybe not in the 90s. Like, these days, like, surely you can put, like, some kind of, like, thingies on the head and then, like, measure, like, if something triggers when like, the patient hears voices or something.
A normal person? What about an abnormal person?
Abnormal? Are you suggesting she had pre-existing?
Just forget it. I came out to my parents today, Willow.
probably a little bit like tough, given what happened in the past.
I decided to be brave, just like you wanted.
Really, Lydia? I'm so proud of you.
I told them that the camp hadn't changed a thing. I even told them about you. They cut me off, disowned me, told me they'd call ORW.
Yeah, I thought so.
They'll probably kill me. They'd try to kill you if you weren't already.
And this is like quite a heavy event.
Already. Willow, even if I could defend myself from them, I can't live like this. I can't let the world go on like this. You know what Tanya said. She said she thought I was going to help end the world. Something appealing about it, isn't there? No more pain, no more suffering, no more prejudice. One quick flash and then peace. Forever. Like ripping off a bandage.
I don't know if ripping off a bandage is peace. It doesn't sound like it. Also, like, well, end of the world, like, yeah, technically, like in the galactic sense, maybe there is more peace, but I don't know.
I know just how to do it too. There have been dozens of witches throughout the years. Stopping World War III, stopping nuclear missiles from flying. Their enchantments circle the globe, threads hanging in the air like a spider's web. Well, my magic is anti-magic, Willow.
You said you can do like nothing.
All I have to do is tug on one of those strings, and it all ends. Would you like me to do that, Willow?
No!
No, don't do it.
Just wake up, and I'll stop. Just give me a sign.
That's like interesting way to blackmail her to wake up, but not sure if it works.
Tell me I don't have to be alone. No? Alright then. If we can't live together, Willow, we'll die together.
Heavy stuff.
My heart is fluttering. I can't believe I'm really doing this. There. Done.
Okay.
The apocalypse should be here in just a few minutes.
Yay.
How about one last kiss? Just for old time's sake?
Well, like, this isn't what I expected either.
Old time's sake? Lydia!
Willow, you're okay?
Yeah, but the world is ending, so well.
You've got to stop this! Put the threads back!
Probably too late.
I can't, Willow. It's already done.
Yeah, I thought so.
Like Romeo and Juliet, you've awoken, but a few moments too late to stop the...
This is not the time for lit class, Lydia! We've got to do something!
You're like, rewind the time, I guess.
What about your powers?
I can't! Remember, there's always a price. The bigger the spell, the bigger the price. If I try to protect the whole world, I'll probably just destroy it.
Welp.
But there is something else you can do, Willow. Remember?
Yeah, rewind time.
What do you mean? Tell me, quickly!
Tanya said you can reset the timeline, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll lose our memories. We'll go right back to... to hating each other.
I never hated you, Willow.
But Lydia, what if, even after we reset things, we wind up in this situation again?
Yeah, sure we won't. I don't think we'll play the same route twice.
Try not to love me next time, okay?
Sure.
It's either that or we're letting the world die for our love.
What happens if you refuse? Like, oh, surely it is just the end. Well, let's try it for the fun of it.
I'd rather let the whole world burn than let you go.
Willow, you really mean it? Oh, I feel the exact same way. I just felt so guilty about what I'd done that...
You could blow me into atoms 1,000,000 times over, Lydia. I can't stop loving you.
Well, the world will end, so that will stop.
We're made for each other.
Yes, we are. I know what we need to do, Willow. Use your powers. Protect the world.
Well, could as well, I guess. But then, like, she's going to die or something. Like, maybe she can use, like, her anti-magic to stop the bad thing or something, but that sounds like cheating.
I can't! Remember the karma price I have to pay for power? If I save the world, I'll put my bad luck onto...
Just do it, quickly!
Like, maybe she's immune to it because she is anti-magic.
What? What the fuck just happened?
Ah. I like the sound effect, it's great.
Anti-magic, Willow. That's my power, remember? You used your magic to protect the world from my missiles. And then I used my magic to protect the world from your bad karma.
Yeah, well, I guess it works out somehow.
You were right. We really were made for each other.
A minute ago, I thought I was in a coma forever. A second ago, I thought I was about to be vaporized. Now, what am I about to be?
Hopefully alive and kicking.
You're about to be mine, Willow.
Yeah, that too.
Can I take you away someplace? Just the two of us?
I don't get why I have to keep walking around here with my eyes closed.
Just trust me, alright?
What if I twist my leg and fall?
I'll catch you.
Whoa! The water's so warm.
Water.
Just like your heart.
Oh, come on, Lydia. You're a writer. I think you can come up with something more romantic than that.
So do I. You can open your eyes now. Willow, I don't care if the law changes tomorrow, in 10 years, or never. All I know is, I want you in my life. I want you as my wife.
Like, how many years later is this? Like, I don't remember when it happened in the US, but surely not in the 90s.
Will you, Willow, do me the great honor of...
Not that you, like, need to do it, like when the law allows it, you can still, like, do it, like, regardless, I guess. Doesn't really matter, like, whether the state allows, but like the... So, equal rights are always a nice thing.
Yes! Yes! A million times yes!
I hadn't finished asking you yet.
Well, I got too excited, so sue me.
Listen to us. We already sound like an old married couple.
Okay, that was a roller coaster of a route for sure. Saved the world. Got the girl. Okay, that was unexpected in many levels. But we still have like... Okay, well, this was interesting too, so like, I'm not complaining, but this isn't like exactly the ending I wanted to see. But like, it's an ending I needed to see, I guess. I just didn't know.
What's this in my jacket pocket?
Oh?
It's a letter.
I do not know under what circumstances you are reading this letter. Perhaps you are crawling through a nuclear wasteland. Perhaps you are on a tropical island, enjoying a happily ever after.
Yes?
Or perhaps something else, beyond the reaches of my imagination. I do know that you have the power to reset time, Willow. And I must ask you to use it. Regretfully, I cannot tell you why. I can only ask that you trust me. We must try one more time. Just once more. That is all I ask. I will be awaiting your return.
Sure, one more time I guess. Like, reset time is basically like the same as load, I guess, so... Yeah, I got the Lydia ending. Like, I was thinking like it is the end of the world, but like, it was a roller coaster. Like, it was really heavy, but then like happy and like surprising. It's nice. I wanted to get like the other character out, but like this, like, oh, I needed to get this but didn't know. But this was definitely a surprise. I didn't expect that you could romance her because she seemed like very like negative. But that's nice.
This isn't what
I
it...
want to see what happens to this character. Because I think there's something. Let me see like where the save file is. Probably this one. Like, this is what you need to do to get Lydia's route. So maybe this is then... Well, there is a chance that the previous choice also matters. But let's try this. But there is the elephant in the room, like what? Like, will the end of the world stop this from happening? But let's try.
Lydia is just a total bitch on wheels. She acts all high and mighty just so she can feel superior.
Well, we know that that's not hide it, but sure.
She doesn't care about anybody or anything but herself.
Oh,
If you say so.
Let's just get back to the game. So, you made both Zarcy and Valerie? Which is your favorite to play as?
oh, also like the... okay, I won't say anything, but like... I won't say anything, but I'll say something when I'm done with this route.
Oh, I'm definitely more of a Valerie. Zarcy's the bad girl. I mean, I did put a bit of myself into her. Like, just like me, but if she always put herself first.
No, that's the fun of D&D, I guess. I never play like a really bad character. Just like not my style. Like I can't play like the character that seems like evil but actually like has reasons.
Then she wouldn't be anything like you.
But that depends on perspective, I guess.
Thanks, Willow. Can I take a look at what you came up with?
Sure, but it's nothing as fancy as Valerie or Zarcy.
Willow the Wicked Witch.
Yep, that is just Willow, I guess. Like RPing yourself.
I realized I had magic powers when I accidentally killed a man.
Yep, that's just Willow.
Then a talking cat led me to a mentor who tried to help me use my powers.
That's just Shadow and what was her name?
But I just kept fucking it all up and making other people's lives worse.
Yeah, I guess. So far.
So my mentor gave up on me. Now I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's Willow.
That bad, huh?
I guess.
It's not bad, per se.
Like a little bit like more like details and like make it less edgy, I guess. And then it could be a D&D character.
If that's the best you can say, then yeah, it is.
It's just, well, you named her after yourself.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a little awkward too.
And this doesn't sound anything like the Willow that I know.
You just don't know.
What do you mean?
You never just hang your head and give up if someone called you a failure. You've always been a fighter. From being a vegan to...
Yeah, I don't know. Is being a vegan, well, maybe in the 90s it was a fight, but in my experience it doesn't have to be. At least nowadays.
Well, everything. The Willow I know never stops fighting.
Yeah, I guess. She's very much into fighting, I guess.
Whatever. But hey, your character is pretty different from you, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
Did you write about her for the short story contest?
Oh, no.
Why not? What did you write?
Well,
That. You what?
You didn't write anything, did you?
Please don't be mad, Willow.
Why would I be mad? Was it because you spent so much time helping me? Was it because you were stressed out about losing your home?
That's a valid reason. That is very valid reason.
tell me the truth.
You seemed kinda down, Willow. I thought you needed a win.
Okay, well, that's kinda unexpected.
So to make sure you didn't beat me, you became the only one who didn't submit a story?
I guess, based on the sound of it, I guess so.
That's not true. Lydia told me she didn't submit one either.
So it makes sense based on what we just saw. So like, this is actually like an interesting order to see this.
What? So I won by default?
Oh, no other students in the class, I guess.
Surely there's other people in the class besides Lydia and the two of us.
Oh yeah? Like who? Those people in the back who never speak up? It's like they might as well be invisible. I'm sure they didn't submit a story.
I like this. Like, this is like a funny jab at the like games in general, I guess. Like there are like maybe other characters. Also, like, I guess a jab at anime too, in a way. Like the class is full of like characters. Kinda, but not really. Only the main characters ever do anything.
Is that why the professor said it was no surprise?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
Oh, that's... I don't remember how much the prize pool was. Like, it was something at least. Like, even like for $500, like, that's easy money, literally speaking.
You're not angry at me, are you?
Winning that contest was the only good thing that happened to me in months, Avery.
Hopefully it helped.
I just felt like, for a moment, life was starting to make some sense again. You know?
Willow, I'm so sorry that... I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry that...
More like... I don't know if it's such a big deal. Like, theoretically speaking, you could write like a really like crap story and submit it, and then like... But it is like really hindsight, like, speaking here. Because it is already happened. Like, you probably don't expect it to get this far into the details, that nobody submitted anything. Well, I guess the silver lining is that there are like at least 2 people who really care for Willow's feelings, I guess. Like, there is that.
Oh, stop. You're forgiven, okay?
Can't we just play the game and pretend this conversation never happened?
Like, she probably isn't going to say it, but... Well, I guess like she's thinking about it, like... Well, they were kinda thinking about her feelings, I guess.
That's how I distract myself from my life. Playing the game.
Yeah, I get that.
Right now, I'd rather think about anything other than my own fucked up life.
I wish it was real sometimes, you know? Games are so much easier than real life.
Yeah, I guess. In a way, yes. Games are easy to play, but not make. Like, making games, like, well, I guess it's kinda real life, but it's hard.
You can be brave or a coward, and there's no consequences either way. The stakes feel real, but they're not anything to cry over. And you can be whoever you want to be, at least for a little while.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, I'm sold. I wish it was real too.
Yep.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, I guess it's the end of the world thingy. Like Lydia dropping the bombs or something.
Where the hell am I?
Did she wish herself to be in the D&D game? Is that what is happening? Okay, I kinda guess it. It makes sense. It makes sense because it would like prove my suspicions true.
How did I get here?
You're in my royal court. Though, as to your second question, I'm as perplexed as you are.
Yep, I think that's what is happening.
A queen in a castle? Oh, fuck. I must be trapped inside Avery's game.
Yep.
And wishing I was back in the coffee shop doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Well, maybe you don't just really want it.
Whoever you are, we don't allow commoners to freely roam about the castle.
Like now this is like the isekai, like magical academy trope, I guess. So that is a plot twist too, I guess.
Hey, I didn't come here on purpose.
Nevertheless, I'm afraid trespassing is a capital crime.
A capital crime? As in the death penalty? This is a joke, right?
Yeah, like, well, that is in some games, but not, like, I don't think D&D goes that far. Like, some, like, kinda chunky video games do go that far. Like, if you steal a sandwich, then the guards will get angry and try to murder you or something.
Let me see if this clarifies things for you. Guards! Guards! Off with her head!
Oh, wait, just a minute!
Like, surely the guards ask first.
I've got to use my magic to get out of this. Maybe I can make myself invisible or something. Nothing's happening again. Figures. When I just want to play a game, my powers activate, and when I want them to work, nothing.
You just made a bad character, Willow. Like, that's the reason, I guess. Should have made a character that actually has, like, useful abilities.
Please, lady. I mean, your highness.
Going to beg for your life? Save your breath. If you want to make proper use of your last words, use them to pray for mercy from whichever god or supernatural protector you cleave to.
Just my luck. An atheist with no god to pray to.
Like, in games, at least, gods, like, they tend to have powers. There is that, like, in games, like, it's more, like, believable because you actually have something.
Or do I? I think I've got an idea. This is a game, right? I just have to play by its rules.
Yeah, I guess.
I call upon Valerie Proudwing, Queen of the Fairies, protector of the grass?
The grass?
Of Gaia, my child.
Valerie! It's good to see you again.
My liege, Willow here is part of my entourage. She is called Willow the Wicked Witch.
You certainly have assembled a motley crew of misfits. I suppose in these desperate times allowances must be made. She is forgiven her trespasses, as long as the both of you take on an important quest.
Of course. Just let me confer with my associate first. Willow, I'm terribly sorry about all that. If that dreadful queen harmed one hair on your head...
My hair is just fine, although it certainly doesn't look as nice as yours.
Now the question is like how like much control has like Valeria over this, or is she just like role playing?
Avery, is that really you?
Avery is me, yes.
What's going on?
I am not certain. Perhaps this world is but a wonderful dream. How else can I explain how we've taken the place of our figurines on the table?
I think I know how. It's all my fault.
What would lead you to that conclusion? After all, Willow, it was I who created this world and encouraged us to play in it.
Yep, but Willow has this thing called magic that kind of backfires in interesting ways.
But Avery, I am.
Valerie?
Do you really want me to call you that?
Probably. Like that's kind of why I was interested in this route. Because I was kind of suspecting this. Not in this fashion though. I was more of, okay, well maybe it can still happen later, so I'm not saying anything.
It's my name.
Okay, Valerie. I really am Willow the Wicked Witch.
Just like I'm really Valerie?
No, I mean, outside the game. I must have accidentally activated my powers and trapped us here.
A spell? You mean from your character sheet?
No.
The story I wrote, it wasn't fiction. It was based on my life. I really do have magic powers. I can bring my imagination to life.
Okay.
I wanted to explain it to you earlier, but how was I supposed to?
Like this is one way to explain it, I guess. Like so, don't tell or something.
I understand, Willow. I believe you.
You do. Just like that.
No, it is easier to believe it when it gets to this.
I tell you I have a secret identity and
use magic.
You wouldn't be the first to have one, Willow.
I mean, I suppose so, but still, it's my fault we're here.
Who you are was bestowed upon you by forces outside yourself. So it cannot be incumbent upon you to assume blame for it.
I mean, I guess that's a good point. Okay, Miss Reasonable. Whose fault is it then?
That's like, I don't know. Like, how do you become a witch? Like, how far back in time do you have to go to, like, blame somebody?
A reasonable woman tries to bend herself to fit the world. An unreasonable woman tries to bend the world to fit herself.
And that also, like, boils down to perspective. Like, sometimes it is, like, reasonable to be unreasonable. But sometimes, like, the world itself is not reasonable.
Therefore, all progress rests on the shoulders of the unreasonable woman.
Yeah, I guess that's kinda in the same vein, I guess.
You've got an answer for everything, don't you?
Well, George Bernard Shaw does, at least.
No idea who's that.
I just wish I hadn't gotten us into this mess in the first place.
Willow, if you always succeeded, your courage would be unremarkable. Your persistence in the face of failure is what has always made you an inspiration in my eyes.
That's either a really good compliment or a really sly insult. Still trying to figure it out.
Frankly, I should be thanking you for placing us here. This place is magnificent.
Yeah, sure. For her choice.
Magnificent? That's a word, sure. But is it escapable? None of my powers are working here.
Willow, you just started the game. You won't be able to cast spells until you level up.
Fuck, really?
Don't worry, we'll gain experience as we continue our journey.
Oh, yeah, off to grind experience, I guess.
Journey?
I suspect that to escape the game, we must beat the game.
This feels like a bad movie or something.
So, Valerie, have you finished humbling your servant?
Not really.
I believe she's learned her lesson, yes.
Excellent. Then let us get down to business.
What would you have of us, your highness? Is Zarsi the succubus up to her old tricks again?
Zarsi? Wasn't she?
Yeah, wasn't she the... Yeah, I got the feeling that I have seen her somewhere. Like years ago or something.
Yes, one of the most cunning and ambitious beings in the realm.
One of? No need for the hedge. She's certainly first on both counts. However, the matter at hand is something else entirely.
Oh?
The Orcish horde have been seen clear-cutting the enchanted forest.
Maybe they just need firewood or something.
How horrible!
Like she was like the fairy of the grass or something, so shouldn't she be happy? Like when you clear cut the forest, there will be more grass.
It is imperative that the forest be protected.
Exactly. Given your background, Valerie, I know you'll be up to the task.
It's very D&D, like this part.
Rest assured, my queen, I shall lay down my life before I allow harm to come to those noble trees.
Hey, I'm as much of a tree hugger as anyone, but that's an exaggeration, right?
Of course not!
There's gotta be another way!
Well, like hopefully you can persuade the orcs or something. Who knows?
Perhaps you can find a way to seduce their leader? They say war makes strange bedfellows, you know.
That falls under persuasion in a way, I guess.
Godspeed, fair heroes.
So, trying to stop a bunch of evil orcs.
Who knows if they are evil?
Seems like a classic fantasy scenario.
D&D had like half orcs at least that weren't like evil, but not sure about orcs, like how evil they are. Like, do they always have to be evil?
Actually, the orcs aren't really evil.
Yeah, there we go.
They're just cutting down the enchanted forest for wood for their village.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh. Well, where were they living before that?
They had their encampment, but the humans burned it down.
Nope.
That's terrible! But the orcs struck first, right?
Probably not. But who knows?
Actually,
Damn it.
like at least like the scenario isn't like clear cut apart from clear cutting the forest.
they're a poor, misunderstood, peaceful people who are reviled by the humans for appearance sake alone.
Yeah, kinda like the Elder Scrolls kinda orcs, I guess.
Well, screw those stinking humans!
You're human too, probably.
Willow, not so loudly. We're still in the...
Can't we lead the orcs to overthrow them?
Well, we could.
Here it comes.
Like the orcs overcoming, like overthrowing them like that is like Shrek or something. Like Shrek was an ogre.
But after so many years of oppression, the orcs are ready to repay the humans for their misdeeds in kind. They've even started to gain a taste for human flesh.
So, it's a no-win situation?
I thought a complex, morally challenging story would provide a more thought-provoking play experience than your typical black and white, good versus evil.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, not if you're actually playing it for real.
Well, I don't know, it's probably still better. Like if there is a chance that you don't have to like go on an all-in war, it's still better.
Well, maybe we can just flirt our way out of this, like the Queen suggested.
Perhaps.
Is sex appeal one of our stat meters?
Ordinarily, no.
Then why did you have seduce the orcs as an option?
I didn't, actually.
So how is it working then?
Wait. Then who did?
Good question. Oh no, it couldn't be. Queen?
Something wrong, my hero?
The queen I know would ask us to exterminate the orcs like a bunch of termites. But suggesting liaison, you just couldn't help yourself, could you?
I haven't the slightest clue what you're talking about.
I'm not sure either.
Don't you? Zarcy?
You spoiled all the fun I'd planned, Valerie. Whatever will I do for entertainment now?
Okay. Do we have to go on the quest at all then? I guess not.
Oh, shit. What the hell do we do?
Each other?
Normally, we'd roll for initiative.
Oh, don't bother with that. I'm more than happy to take the initiative with both of you ladies.
Willow, quick, trap her inside the prison bauble.
Is that like a Pokeball?
Oh, yeah! Take this! Oh, shit. Oh, shit!
Oh my. What a perfect little world this is.
There's literally nothing here, except you and me.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe there's a way out.
You're the one with the crystal ball. You tell me.
Valerie called it the prism bauble, but I don't know why I'm here with you.
Yeah, like what is even a prison bubble? It sounds like a Pokeball, but I don't think you can put multiple Pokemon in one.
It was supposed to be for trapping evil beings.
Aren't you the one called Willow the Wicked Witch?
I don't know what she put on the character sheet. Like maybe she put the alignment into the evil box.
Yeah? So?
And you wonder why the bauble trapped you. Surrender yourself to me, Willow. It'll feel better that way. Trust me.
Yeah, but we are trying to do a different route.
What are you going to do? Take my soul? I won't let you.
Oh, you'll let me. That much is inevitable.
Hopefully not.
Inevitable?
You're trapped in here with me, remember? Quite possibly until the end of time.
Hopefully not.
We might get rescued.
Or we might not. Can you really say no to me forever?
Hopefully, yes.
Don't you already feel your resolve weakening? Are you shaking in your cute little boots yet?
Can't you know, eat something else?
There's nothing here except you, and you look delicious. You see, I'm just so hungry. I'm practically aching.
Well, give us a second and we'll go make you a sandwich in the kitchen.
Don't take another step. I'll use my magic against you.
You're still in level 1.
Magic you don't have enough level to use. I heard you.
You don't have to rub it in.
Yes, I do. Rubbing it in is my favorite part. Besides, how could one little wicked witch possibly hold her own against the world's greatest villain?
Wait, what did you just call yourself?
The world's greatest villain? Why not? It's who I am. Willow, don't worry. I promise I'll be gentle.
Of course not. How could the world's greatest villain ever hurt me? When the world is all of 3 feet big.
You mean this little crystal ball we're trapped in?
No, I mean the world you come from. It's all an illusion, a game, a piece of fiction I accidentally brought to life.
I'm not real. Ridiculous.
Wake up! Angels and demons, heaven and hell, fairy tales.
I seem to recall fairies being real too.
She's not a... Ugh! Let me try a different approach. Tell me about the past.
Ah.
The past?
Yeah.
Well, when I was 13,
No, I mean like more recently.
Last week, Valerie and I...
No, not last week. Not when the game was being played. Did anything happen yesterday? The day before? Can you remember anything at all from the past 6 days?
Now we are into like being a little meta about the game. Immersion breaking and stuff.
I'm not real.
You became real today.
Why?
It was an accident on my part.
But I'm not a villain?
No. At least, I don't think you have to be.
I never thought I was evil, Willow. I didn't mean to scare you.
Trust me, Zarcy, you're not as scary as you think.
Yeah, I don't think she was like scary the last time either.
Maybe you're right. I mean, when I think about my ancient past, But that never happened, did it?
Not really.
If this is all an illusion, does that mean my memories count for nothing?
I suppose if you can remember them, they're as real as anything I can remember.
Before I became a succubus, I remember being a nun.
I know.
You know? How?
Well, she just read the character sheet.
Well, the outfit is kind of a giveaway.
Well, that too.
Plus, I think Lydia read something about it off your character sheet.
Yep.
Character sheet.
Kind of, like a profile on everyone in this world.
So, you know the whole story about what happened to that little nun?
No?
Oh, thank badness. I love telling this story.
If there's anything I could do without, it's listening to someone's rambling 19-page backstory.
Hush. My older sister was misused. She became pregnant. She jumped off a bridge. After that, well, having a relationship, having sex, it wasn't so appealing to me now, was it? I joined the convent as soon as I could. I was barely more than a child when I took my vows. I lived my whole life without the comfort of physical contact. Even when I was getting old and frail, I never let one of the younger sisters so much as brace me as I walked. I didn't want to grow attached. I didn't want to risk letting the pleasures of affection poison my mind. Then, one day, I was too feeble to hoist myself out of bed.
Oh, I do kinda remember this.
I didn't dare call for help. There was no excuse which justified risking physical contact. So instead, I futilely tried rocking myself back and forth, hoping to get some momentum. In my frustration, out of my lips tumbled, "Damn this bed to hell," or something like that. It was the first time I'd ever uttered profane words. Perhaps the first sin I'd ever really committed while in the convent. The words floated out into the air and straight towards the underworld, where they were heard loud and clear.
Sure they did.
What?
Hell's imaginary, though. Remember?
If it's possible my life is nothing more than a game played by humans on Earth, maybe it's possible that your life is nothing more than a game played by demons in hell.
No, who knows, like there have been like philosophers thinking about something like that.
That certainly would explain a lot.
If you're done with your questions, may I have the pleasure of finishing my little story?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Once those words were heard, a succubus rose from the depths to find me.
Someone like you?
She was like me, and yet very, very much not like me.
Yep, like player 2 color.
I cannot give you more clarity than that, I'm afraid.
What did you do when she showed up? Call for a priest to perform an exorcism or something?
Hardly. If I wasn't going to invite a woman into my room, I certainly wasn't going to invite a man. Even though I knew what the succubus was, for some reason, I didn't feel any fear. I was a feeble old woman. If something monstrous were to happen, well, death's embrace cannot be avoided forever, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, what did she do to you?
She asked me if I was having trouble getting out of bed. I didn't speak. I couldn't speak. But I found myself slowly nodding. She walked over towards me. I remember the little clicking of her hooved feet against the cold tiles of the monastery floor. Click, click, click. I could feel my heart beating along with them. She reached out her hand, and I took it. It was so warm. My flesh nearly burned. She pulled me up, and I was nearly eye level with her. Her clawed hand so delicately stroked the side of my face. I never felt so happy. I held her. I cried. She gently lowered me back into my bed, and we made love.
Sure, but why are we listening to this backstory though?
It was the greatest pleasure of my life. For the longest time, I simply lay there, grinning like an idiot. Nothing seemed to matter. Then, finally, my mysterious companion spoke to me. "You know why you can't get out of bed, right?" she asked me.
Because you're too old and feeble.
Once again, all I could do was shake my head. Bone cancer, she said it was.
Well, that's different, I guess. Slightly.
Bone cancer? My mom had that.
Alright, that is true.
Nasty little thing, isn't it? My mysterious friend said I was going to die soon. I started crying again. Not because I was going to die, mind you. I knew it was long past my time to go. I was crying because I'd wasted my whole life living and preaching the virtues of chastity. I denied myself the world's greatest pleasure. And for what? "You don't have to die," she told me. She could release me from my mortal coil, even restore my youth.
So the moral of the story is that Willow's mom should have become a succubus and then everything would have been fine and dandy.
If only I switch sides and join her in serving the darkness. If I agreed to become a succubus. When I joined the convent at age 13, I had no doubt in my heart. And when I joined the succubus 70 years later, I had no doubt then either.
Whoa, that's...
And that's kind of an edgy backstory for a D&D character.
I mean... Yeah, I get it. I get why you don't think you're the villain.
Also, give me a second. Okay, let's save it to while I did. Oh, it's F2. Okay.
Why do you think this little game was created in the first place?
To have fun and pretend to be somebody else.
Why is any game created? Fun, right?
Well, that's a relief. There's a motive I can respect.
I think you were created the way you were to set up a morally complex scenario.
So, no matter what you choose,
You never know if you got it right.
Yeah, but that's like one of the better ways to make the scenarios at least. Also, like, I guess this game is kinda like that.
I swear, I never want to have another choice like that again.
Willow, you're intact.
Nope.
I was worried that Zarsi would...
Yeah, I was a little worried too.
Oh, I can scarcely bring myself to even say the words.
I'm fine, okay? She's not that bad, Valerie.
not that bad. That's the best you can say about me? I think I'm pretty damn good.
Probably not on the alignment chart. Or maybe it depends, like it's... I think it is like more like this, like... like lawful, chaotic, more than good and evil, like the axis.
I see your stay in the crystalline prison hasn't taught you a lesson in humility.
On the contrary, Valerie. In fact, I have some news that would drain the color right out of those pretty cheeks.
Before that, Valerie, how'd you bust us out?
Through stoic determination, I was able to forge an armistice with the orcs, which led to the historic Lend-Lease Timber Treaty of...
Just skip to the end.
She played through the whole campaign while we were in the bubble.
You and I have leveled up enough to use magic again. The Queen's quest is finished.
But thank God for the experiencer feature.
Oh, Valerie, how little you understand. The quest? This entire universe is nothing but a massive illusion, an amusement for the humans.
You told her about the game?
What else was I supposed to say?
How do you know about this world, Valerie? You holding out on me?
I hold out on no one. I'm the creator of the game.
No wonder you always win! No fair!
What I don't understand is why we're still playing. You said we finished the Queen's quest. Why isn't the game over?
Because, unfortunately, that is not the ending I wrote.
What is the ending then?
Wait, what? You knew what the ending was? Why didn't you tell me?
I had hoped it would not come to this. In addition, given that you blamed yourself for this situation, I didn't want to cause you further distress.
Oh, just spit it out! What do we have to do?
Zarsi, would you excuse us for a minute?
Oh, you want some private time to flirt? Be my guest.
The only way for us to triumph is to vanquish Zarsi.
Okay, that's unexpected given that the complex backstory and stuff. But sure.
Vanquish? You mean... kill her?
I didn't want it to be an easy decision. It was supposed to be one of those morally gray choices. Are you willing to slay a demon? Even a sympathetic one?
Well, hopefully there is a choice then. If you just have to kill her, then it's not much of a choice.
And if we don't?
Then she wins. The campaign's over either way, but if she wins, she consumes the eternal soul of one of us.
Nope.
I wonder which one of you is more pleasing to my palate. Miss Naughty or Miss Nice? Maybe we could do a little taste test.
I asked for a moment of privacy.
And you didn't even notice me spying. For someone who created this world, you're embarrassingly far from omniscient.
You're not making it any easier to spare you, you know.
Oh, come on. We had a connection, you and I. We may come from different worlds, but I know we're kindred spirits. I'm sure you won't mind giving me your soul.
Oh, that sounds like a game over in multiple levels though, so that might be a problem.
How could I? I'm an atheist, remember? Souls are about as real as angels and demons.
About as real as angels and demons? Really?
We went over this, remember? You don't scare me.
Maybe not here, Willow, but if one of us volunteers ourselves, that could be Zarcy's ticket to the real world.
So like that. Is that like the backstory for the other route then?
Who knows what she's capable of when she's really real?
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe she'll just be in jail.
So, just because you can't figure out what might happen, little old me has to die?
But that's interesting. I never thought that about doing this, like tossing the characters from one route to another and like explaining it with the rewind back the time thingy.
You're just a character I wrote. If you have a sympathetic backstory, it's because I created it.
Parents create children. Do they have the right to murder them?
Erasing you could hardly be considered murder. If you wish, I could even write you back to life once we get back to the mortal realm.
Really? Oh, that solves everything. While we're at it, I'll summon up a new Valerie and a new Willow after I've ingested the originals.
Are there no depths to which you won't sink?
I'm not bad, Valerie. You just wrote me that way, remember?
Yeah, like maybe not like the best thing to say to your parents, basically. Like, I'm not a bad child, you just made me this way. Well, it depends on like what you're doing, like if you're like actually like destroying the home and then do that.
Giving you such a high charisma stat was clearly a mistake.
You don't have the power to kill me, do you, Valerie?
How could you possibly know that?
Because you would have already done it, instead of talking me to death.
I specialize in nature-themed magic, not...
Then, it falls to you, Willow. But I've looked into your eyes. I've seen the warmth. You're no killer.
Well, except that one axe guy.
Actually, I am.
Yep.
I killed the Axeman when I dropped a tree on him.
You what?
It was self-defense. An instinct, really.
Well, the Axeman was one of the agents anyway.
But yeah, Zarcy, you wouldn't be the first evil being I snuffed out.
Willow, no matter what tragedy befell the Axeman, I know in my heart that you are not a killer.
Well,
Nor would I ever want you to become one.
a little too late for that.
After all, what's the use of saving your soul only to besmirch it in such a way? There's only one solution. I'll give my soul to Zarcy.
Well, hopefully that's not for real.
What? Valerie, That's crazy!
No, Willow, it's the only logical conclusion. I wanted to give the player an impossible moral dilemma. But I've finally solved it. I have to sacrifice myself.
Hopefully not.
No! I can't let this happen to Avery. Not after all I've put him through. Avery is real, and my best friend. I can't risk his life for the sake of a fictional being I just met.
Yep.
Now that I've got my powers back, I could destroy Zarcy.
We might have to.
On the other hand, Avery did say he didn't want me to become a killer. Maybe I could offer myself to Zarcy instead. I'm more of a match for her.
Well, we have kinda seen that years ago.
But if I offer myself and Zarcy doesn't go for it, who knows what might happen to Avery? It's a gamble either way. Which risk am I willing to take?
Okay. But this is probably just a Xarcy ending. Let's just try this.
Valerie is my best friend, and she's real. You're not. I can't let her risk her life for you. I'm sorry, Zarcy.
Chop, 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 chop. Ooh. Rip.
It worked.
Animations were really fancy.
God, I've never missed this coffee shop so much.
I already miss the forest. This city air reeks of industrial toxins.
You're still Valerie?
So it would appear.
Well, good for her.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Calm down, Willow.
You're a fairy queen in real life and you're telling me to calm down.
Well, with a little, different clothes, it will be fine.
Yes.
But what are we going to do about this?
It's fine.
Let's have some coffee, at least for a start. I'd like to order 2 mochas, please.
Coming right up, miss. Name?
Valerie.
Well, Valerie, that's an amazing outfit. Are you back from a Renaissance fair or something?
Just normal cosplay.
Not exactly. I suppose I'm cosplaying as my character from my Dryads and Demons game.
How did you get those wings to look so realistic?
They are just a little real.
Well,
Thanks for the coffee. Here's a nice tip for you. Damn, Avery. That was close.
Valerie.
Valerie.
You still want me to call you that?
Well, would be kinda awkward.
That's what it says on the coffee cup.
You're not treating this seriously, are you?
Why not?
Quite the contrary.
What happens when someone gets a closer look at those wings?
Well...
They're going to go nuts! You'll be arrested, probably put on an operating table in some government bunker!
Nothing illegal about having fairy wings, right?
I could never be afraid with a powerful witch like you by my side, Willow.
At least she's not angry about us killing Sarsi.
Actually, you'd probably be better off without me.
And what led you to that conclusion?
Oh, come on! It's obvious! Ever since I got these powers, it's been one disaster after another. I fucked up your life pretty bad.
Not necessarily. I don't think so, based on how this is going.
You mean placing us inside the game? But that was an accident, Willow.
Using my powers always has a price. Maybe when I launched that fireball, you had to pay.
No, I think she's a winner here. Sarsi had to pay.
And even before that,
Sure, the flower gun thingy.
What?
I accidentally made those bank robbers, and the flowers that got you sick.
Well, we kinda know at this point that the bank robbers were because of Lydia.
Everything terrible that's happened to you, it's all my fault. Tanya was right. I am a fuck-up. I've always been a fuck-up.
Willow, you can't blame yourself for what happened. Besides, we're living together now, right? I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world.
You forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive.
Why? Why are you so nice to me?
You deserve it, Willow.
Why are you so nice to Lydia then? We both hate her.
What's the point of sinking to her level?
So, you'd be nice to me, even if I didn't deserve it? Or you might pretend to be okay with something bad happening just so I don't worry about you? You've certainly done that before, right?
That.
I knew it. Why else would you be so casual about turning into a different person?
Well, she's still the same person, just looks a little different.
Well,
Maybe I should just swallow my pride and go see Tanya. She's the only one I could think of that might be able to help put things right.
Tanya? That mentor of yours who lost confidence in you? I don't much like the sound of her. Besides, I'm sick of this city air. Let's just take a relaxing walk in the woods together. Clear our heads.
The last time I took a relaxing walk in the woods, I nearly got my head chopped off.
But you didn't, right? Willow, when you put your mind to something, you always find a way. I know you will this time too.
I'd rather find my own way than go back to Tanya after how things ended. But it's not right to ask Avery to keep bearing the brunt of my magical mistakes. Then again, they did say not to go see Tanya. But maybe Avery just said that to protect my feelings. This is a tough one.
Surely we don't want to ask Tanya for help. Like, I think this is going exactly to the right direction.
You want to walk? Let's take a walk. Hey, after what you've been through, it's the least I can do.
Oh, Willow, I knew you'd understand.
Understand what?
Never mind.
Uh-oh. Look at these flyers. ORW Corp? Those are the same bastards that bought the bank!
This is an outrage. And frankly, all these wasteful flyers floating around are just adding insult to injury.
Focusing on the wrong thing here, Valerie.
I won't let one leaf of this holy place be desecrated.
That sounds a little Lydia-ish for me. But sure, I'm in. Doesn't say when they're starting, though. Just early tomorrow morning.
Then we shall stay here all night if we have to.
All night? But we don't even have any sleeping bags or anything.
My comfort is the least I can sacrifice for the sake of the trees. I will lay down my life if...
Well, that's a little D&D.
Again, with this lay down my life for the trees? Newsflash, Valerie, the game is over! Just because you look like Valerie now doesn't mean you have to keep acting like her.
Well, like she was doing the flyers thingy for the nature before too, right?
Willow, It would take far too long to explain.
What happened to waiting here all night? Sounds like we got plenty of time, my friend.
Yeah, I guess.
So, spill. Why can't you stop acting like Valerie? Give me the whole story.
Because he is Valerie, right?
Well, it all started when I was about 9.
This is an 11-year journey? We really are going to need all night, huh?
Do you want to hear it or not? This isn't easy for me, Willow.
I'm sorry. Just trying to break the tension here. I mean, we have had a pretty tense day.
I can't deny that. I first had the idea for Valerie after visiting this forest, Willow. It really feels enchanted, does it not?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I first used my own powers here.
At first, she was just a character, you know? Somebody more interesting than plain old Avery. A royal scion instead of a kid nobody wanted. A confident ruler instead of a shy little dweeb. Beautiful and elegant rather than... You know what I'm trying to say?
Not really.
Valerie became more than a character to me. She became an icon. An idol. That's why I wasn't upset when your spell transformed me, Willow. You see, Valerie is the person I've always wanted to be. In every...
Oh, sorry.
I understand. But why didn't you tell me before?
I mean, I thought you'd probably support me. But I didn't want you to look at me any differently. Even for a moment.
I never would, Valerie. You're my best friend. I love you.
I love you too, Willow.
I was expecting to find you here, Willow. But who is this? With that outfit, you must be one of the members of that Dryads and Demons Club.
That's right.
Why did you think we'd be here?
Isn't it obvious? The flyers? ORW knocking down the forest?
You're here to save the trees, too?
This forest is sacred. I won't allow...
Well, you can rest easy. There's no lumberjacks. I just put up the flyers saying it would happen anyhow.
But why?
Yeah, why?
To see if you'd do anything about it.
So it is like trolling basically. Sure.
People like you care so much about a tree or a spotted owl. But you don't care about human suffering.
Well, you can't care about both.
Do you have any idea how much human suffering you Christians have caused over the years?
I do indeed, Willow.
My humiliation yesterday confirmed there's nothing redeeming about this world.
Hope is the end of the world then.
Lydia, nobody wanted to hurt you.
Shut up! Do you have any idea how often people have tried to justify their cruelty towards me? Do you have any idea what of...
Lydia, what are you talking about?
Willow, I'm honestly a little disappointed that you still can't recognize the pattern. The axemen, the bank robbers, the... Haven't you noticed that every time something bad happens to you, it's always right after a conversation with me?
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Did you really think you were the only wicked witch at this school, Willow?
Holy shit. Lydia,
Oh, we know this already though.
you work for ORW?
The people from the logging company and the bank?
Not just that bank. All banks. All churches. All police.
Oh, wait, just how many people are involved?
Everybody.
Everyone, Willow. Everyone.
Everyone?
One Right Way isn't just a company that's just taken things to their most extreme, but it's so much more than that. One Right Way is a state of mind. One right way to think, to worship, to run a business.
Yeah, sure.
One right way to love. Willow, when you feel that insufferable smugness about being a vegan, well, you're just preaching the one right way to eat. People aren't interested in understanding and accepting our differences. They only want to get to the judging, the condemning, and the torturing. In case you haven't noticed, we're all wicked, Willow.
Sure.
Losing a couple billion lives is just the kick in the head humanity needs to finally realize how much we need each other. And if not, well, we deserve to go extinct.
I knew something like this would happen. Well, not this time. Not on my watch.
It's not your decision anymore, Willow. Get used to it. Say your prayers, because it's all gonna end in a minute.
Well,
I think it's fireball time.
yeah, but she's anti-magic, so I don't think it's going to work.
Willow, wait. Must it come to this? Trust me, violence cannot be the answer.
Sure worked fine when I destroyed Zarcy, didn't it?
And how I wish we could undo that. I cannot think of a more worthy ally for just this situation.
What on earth are you two talking about?
Yeah, just D&D things.
That's what I want to know. How would Zarcy help? Wait a minute. Maybe Zarcy and Lydia are more similar than I thought. Lydia, you are like me.
I am nothing like you.
Yeah, you just need some, like, succubus action in your life.
You are. And?
You're like me, too.
What are you talking about?
You're like all of us. One of us.
I was once Avery.
What?
I could only be myself when I played the game. Until Willow accidentally made it real with her powers.
She did what now?
All three of us, Lydia, are different. And we accept.
Oh, save it! I don't want your pity, and I don't want your acceptance.
Why not? Isn't that what the Bible keeps talking about?
You're only trying to be nice because I put a gun to your head. You're just trying to save your own skin.
I care about all living beings, not...
If you want living beings to keep living, you'll tell me more about this little game.
Sure, why not?
If Willow made your little fantasy world real, could she make other worlds too?
Probably.
I mean, I suppose.
An entire world at my fingertips. I can make anything I want, right?
Reading the rules, yes.
I mean, I haven't tested that, but...
Then let's do that. Give me my own world, and yours gets a reprieve.
All right, let's get some paper.
Why is it, exactly, that we need to see Tanya? Lydia's been taken care of, hasn't she?
Okay, that just happened, I guess.
Because we saved the planet! After she said I was worthless, I can't wait to rub it in her face.
Willow, that kind of triumphalism is hardly...
Save the $3 words for Tanya. Let's go! Tanya, this is...
I know who you are, Valerie.
How is that possible?
She's got some kind of crystal ball.
I do not. Willow has the ability to reset the timeline.
Wait, I do?
Yeah, sure do.
Affirmative. When you fail to stop the end of the world, you reset time back to the day your powers first awakened. And everyone's memory resets, except for mine. I have never met Valerie in the flesh, but her name has been mentioned many a time.
Well, we didn't fail this time. Consider the world saved.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
And how did you accomplish such a thing?
He banished Lydia into D&D.
Lydia agreed to leave us alone if we gave her a world to control.
You stopped Lydia by giving her control of the entire world?
The control of the entire D&D world.
No, that would be crazy.
Affirmative.
Willow accidentally brought a game of dryads and demons to life and sucked us inside it. We provided Lydia with her own game and brought it to life for her.
How fascinating. May I see this game?
Not sure if you can, see it.
Of course, this is the original scenario that I wrote. Open the board to go inside.
May I keep this?
Play with it all you want. But before you go, you gotta admit, you were wrong about me, right?
How do you know Lydia won't be bored by this little pretend world? How do you know she won't reemerge and destroy you?
She'll be enjoying the succubus.
Hey, everything's fine. I saved the world, and that's that. Get off my back.
Tanya did have a point.
Not you two.
Perhaps we should check in on Lydia. Make sure she truly is content in there.
I'm a witch, not a fucking domestic servant.
Would you rather be a living domestic servant or a vaporized witch?
Fine. I'll go down there. Hey, Lydia. How's it going in here? Lydia? Where is she? Avery?
Oh, hey Willow. What a surprise.
Right back at you. How did...
I thought you said you weren't coming into class today. Glad to see you changed your mind.
Wait a minute. This can't be Avery. This is just Lydia writing Avery into the game. But why did this Avery remember talking to me? Am I in the game too?
Maybe.
Only one way to find out.
Willow, what are you doing here?
Yep.
I live here? I think the better question is, what are you doing here? What the hell? Hey, Lydia, you never told me I had a twin sister.
Willow, this isn't what it looks like.
You made a fake me? Why?
Why not?
How do you know you're not the fake one? Because the real me would never sleep with Lydia in a million years. That's why.
Just happened earlier today.
Oh, come on. I know you've thought about it.
She has her little forest sprite to think about now.
It's not like that. We're...
Sure. Nothing like that.
Ugh, whatever. Hey, that's my...
Willow, my Willow, would you give us a few moments of privacy?
Hungry for more of me? Why not enjoy us both? I have never had a lower opinion of myself. Fine, fine. Have your privacy. You're seriously going to be with a hologram of me?
Sure, why not?
Is it wrong to want my own happiness in a place that will never ever judge us?
That's why you made this world? You know what? As long as you're happy with it, and you'll leave our world alone, then...
Willow, is everything okay in here?
That depends on which one of us you ask.
Care to explain further?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Why did you come here in the first place?
Well, just to make sure that you're having fun, I guess.
We just wanted to make sure that you were content, Lydia.
Because you care so much about me? Or because you care so much about your little overworld?
No, like, both, I guess.
You caught us. We don't want to die. You happy?
I am. I really, truly am. Thank you for giving this to me. Both of you. But you should know, I'm hardly the only threat to your little world. You may have spared humans a quick, merciful death, only to let them slowly suffocate themselves. And your precious Mother Nature, too.
And that is, like, hopefully easier to solve than, like, an instant end of the world scenario. Though, if only it really did you.
Mark my words, before this decade is done, your little forest will be nothing but stumps, and the rest of the trees will soon follow.
This game was released in, well, I guess like the timeline of the game or the story happens in 90s, so not quite, but it's not going to the best direction in reality, I guess. But there is a little more left than just stumps.
The greed and intolerance of humanity will consume itself.
Lydia has a point, doesn't she?
Yeah, I guess.
First you think Tanya has a point. Now Lydia too? She's a fucking supervillain. She's wrong about everything.
But we aren't taking protecting the trees seriously enough.
Okay, sure, but...
And you humans don't seem ready to change course on your own.
Yeah, people do suck pretty hard.
Yup.
So, Lydia did have a point.
No? What gave you that idea?
Oh, like she's just like Tsundere, I guess, Willow.
In any event, we can't let Lydia's prediction come to pass.
Yeah, I agree. But what do you want us to do? Stand guard in the forest 24/7?
Or like not elect like bad presidents or something.
No human being or human organization can stand guard over nature herself. That is why
We have to vote for right people.
we must create an enchanted forest.
Okay, that's a little different.
An enchanted forest? Really?
A magic realm on Earth, a place safe from the...
Isn't that trope a little overdone? I mean, I know we've got to do something more than just plant a garden, but...
A garden! That's perfect.
Wait, what? I was just using that as an example for...
It can be a commune, a magical place where we can all come together for the betterment of Mother Earth.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad idea by itself, but it is like very hippie. Not that that's a bad thing. Or like maybe it's like, well, maybe it's very hippie, but could be like very 90s too. I don't know. At least it's more 90s than like more than today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know how my magic works, Valerie. It might hurt the planet more than it helps.
That was just like Lydia doing all the dirty tricks, I guess.
Who says we have to use your powers? What about the magic of kindness?
The magic of kindness?
Laugh all you want, but I know that little acts of kindness can change the world.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. A lot of people could learn from that.
Will you join me?
I just want you to know, Valerie, that I think you're really cute.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't want you to think that now you're a girl, I'm objectifying you.
I was always a girl, Willow.
I know, I'm just tripping over my tongue a little here.
Oh, your tongue is having trouble? Maybe I can help with that.
Yeah. In the end, it is kind of what I expected, but the way there was totally different. But I'll take it. Yeah, I got the ending I wanted. I want to do like a video for the Pride Month about queer indie games. This game is in my radar, but like kinda, but you know, like there is this, but I only saw this like today. Last time I didn't pay attention, like years ago. But then I started to think like, actually wait, maybe like that is actually the plotline. For the new game, is there something new? Like, it was you, right, who was making the game with bunnies or something, and fantasy world and two characters changing roles. Yeah, that one. So like, how is like that going? Or is it the same one?
Hey, what's this in my jacket pocket?
Haven't played chess at all, but well, I think I kinda like it. I played chess in the primary school. It was fun. I have played like Japanese chess more lately. Shogi. But chess is, yeah, sure, I could play something like that. Interesting. But yeah. Yeah, sure, I'll try to let it do it if it tries to stop it. Not sure like how YouTube handles these things. Let me see. All chat messages visible. It doesn't work sadly, it seems. I can't even see it at all. Well, that is YouTube things, I guess. But I can probably find it myself. Like, do you have like some place where you keep it, like itch.io or Steam or something? Because I can't find you. I don't even know if YouTube lets me like post links. Oh, I guess this is a usual thing.
I do not know under...
Okay, let's go back to the main menu while at it. Nope, it doesn't let you post any links, I guess. It's a little tricky. I can't see like anything, and there is like no way for me to even approve anything. Yeah, I don't think there is a way for me to allow people to post links. At least I don't know how. Unfortunately. Do you like have like social media or something? Like, I think you used to have Twitter. But I'm done with Twitter. Oh yeah, I exist on Blue Sky kinda, so that will work. Not like using it actively, but I can check it out, so that works, thank you. But yeah, I want to make a video about queer indie games, and this game, Willow, is slated for that, but I thought that I kinda missed all the interesting routes, so it's hard to talk about this. So I wanted to play this again to figure out like well, not that XRC ending was bad, but I wanted to see like this, because this is like a very relevant storyline for a lot of people. Like queer in many ways. Also, the Lydia route is good too. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out. I'll also make sure to follow you on Blue Sky. I don't use it much, but I will check it out every now and then. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the game and thank you for watching. And well, thank you for your next game too. I'm excited to see it. Anyway, yeah, that's probably enough for today. My internet will probably be in shambles again because that happens in the evenings. But I got the interesting load of things I wanted to see here. Played at least. Maybe I'll still like play the rest of the endings by myself, but well, for now, it is enough for me to know what to kind of write. So yeah, thank you, and like, I'll be off to script the video. Thank you and bye bye. See you